Okay, this might come as a bit of a surprise to some people out there, right? But I'm kind of into punk, and I have been for a really long time because I'm really old. No, no, it doesn't matter. Anyway, the point, right, of this video is somebody wanted me to touch on the whole punk versus emo thing, right? Now, it's one of the really big things out there among the punk crowd to bash emo people, right? And goths. Now, this is just strictly my opinion on the whole matter, and so I'm going to throw it out into internet land so that it may infect you all. Right, and anyway, just take it for what it's worth, because this is my opinion. You might have a difference of opinion, and boy, it wouldn't be like I had anybody disagree with me before, right? Anyway, punk and emo. I'm having trouble keeping my thoughts running straight. Needless to say, there's a lot of people that are into goth and emo out of like a fashion statement. Okay, like mall goths, for example, right? But you know, these people, they grow out of it and things. But at the same time, there's a lot of people that are into punk for the same reason. Me, I'm kind of seasoned in it now, and a lot of people out there are too, are well on their way to becoming that way. And at the same time, there's a lot of people that are, you know, the goth or emo is just who they are. You know what I mean? Now, you don't gotta like it, okay? The point of this video is I'm really against the whole punk fucking around with the emo thing, alright? It bothers me, okay? One thing that you gotta remember is that goth and emo came out of punk. Believe it or not, the emo kid is like your little brother, okay? Now, yeah, it's a whole different brand, right? But the thing is that you got to remember is just like the punker, okay, the goth and the emo are misfits, right? They don't fit in with the mainstream. They just channel that misfitting energy into a slightly different direction. Okay, there's really not a whole lot of competition between punkers and goths. Generally, they both just look down at each other and see each other as posers, right? The goth has a habit of being kind of snobby and looks down at the punker like, you know. And punker looks over at the goth like, yeah. And sees him as like a hot topic kid or whatever, you know what I mean? And like I said, you don't gotta like run out and give him a big hug or anything like that, right? But what I want to see is just let people be people, right? Especially the punkers. That's all we do is bitch and whine about people not letting us be who we are, right? Kind of like shut up and let me do my thing. Well, same goes for them, you know what I mean? If this guy is emo and you don't like it because he has a habit of being a little bit on the romantic and whiny side, you know, that's just him. And you just don't got to deal with it. Just leave them alone. Let them do their thing. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. In my opinion, the whole thing about punk in the first place is just to do your own thing. And you don't care what those people saying about you. You know what I mean? So why you want to turn around and mess with somebody else? You know, I could probably drag this video on and on for hours, but that's really it. Okay? That's the whole thing. That's my opinion, and I would really like to see more people subscribe to that opinion and let these people, I mean, I know it's almost instinctual to just bully someone who seems weak, you know what I mean, but it's just not right, man. You know, let these people be who they are. And anyway, I touched before on the whole thing about me and bikers getting along. I'm clearly not a redneck, clearly not a biker. It's got to be more than just the fact that we both wear leather jackets. And what it is we both types, you know, the punker and the biker, have a like mindset in a lot of ways. I know a lot of bikers are swinging a chain right now. They're getting ready to bash my head in, but it's true. You got to admit, man. And you know, the whole calling the minivan guy a citizen and crap like that. You know what I mean? We're outcasts and misfits, and the emo and the goth are the same way. But especially the emo, I'd like to see you like treat them like your little brother or your little sister, and look out for them. You know, because you know the jocks in your school are messing with these kids, right? They're punkers. Really, they are, man. They're like watered down punkers, you know. You don't got to listen to their music, and like I said, you don't got to give them a big hug, and we're not hippies. We're not going to all sit around and play Kumbaya, or any crap like that. But it doesn't mean that you got to have them as enemies, right? What, you don't have enough enemies? Huh? What? You got to go out and find some? So, I'm going to wrap it up here because I'm starting to ramble like I do. Really just let the emos do their thing, you know what I mean? The ones who aren't serious, just like the punkers who are posers that aren't serious, they're going to grow out of it and they're going to move on to something else. So don't even worry about the posers. That's another thing I hate, people talking about, you're a poser, you're a poser. You know what I mean? It looks like, I don't know, it looks like an insecurity thing. And the emo thing looks like an insecurity thing. Just let these people be who they are, and just be who you are. And that's it for now, and so I'm going to wrap it up because I got a lot of other stuff to do. Later.
All around the cobbler's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought 'twas all in fun. Pop goes the weasel.